Dayton family is back with their newest CD release, Return to Dayton Avenue. This is their hardest release yet. The Dayton family, see what got the streets talking. This CD features their hot new single, Miracle Whip.
Catch me out wide, no chrome, I'm grown. I got a fat bag and smoking my own inside my Miracle Whip. The Dayton family in your hood is good. We off them spinners, we breaking the wood.
The Dayton family, Return to Dayton Avenue. In stores October 31st. Available at Best Buy.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
What's up, y'all? This is one of the most requested videos. We are going to talk about the Dayton family. The Dayton family is a legendary group out of Flint, Michigan.
We knew we was big and kicking up sand, but you know, we was just starting. You gotta realize rap was new from around this way. You only had MC Bree, you had Top Authority, but they were still cooking up.
They get their name from a street in Flint, Michigan.
I mean, Flint was proud when groups like Ghetto Boys and Luke or whoever come here. They was just so, you know, our city was proud just to have a group. They wanted the whole world to see us. Like, wait till they get it with a Dayton family. Matter of fact, we did a show with MC Breed had a show when he done a new album, The New Breed, when he had Tupac on it. Yeah. You know, Pac, we felt like, damn, this Pac and DOC on the stage. We jumped on stage, man. We performed 3 songs, and man, we got through. Pac, he jumped up and like, who is these guys? Who is this, man? Y'all harder than a motherfucker. I hate he passed away, you know what I'm saying? Because he definitely liked the Dayton family when he heard us.
But first I have to tell you a little bit more about the Dayton family. Now, the Dayton family is known as, I guess you could call it, a gangster rap group, but it's beyond that. They talked about the struggles of the ghetto, poverty. It's not just a one-sided glorification of ghetto life.
We was X-rated. We was talking about cocaine and ooting and blow and all that stuff so long ago, man.
As you can tell by the title of this song, Through a Thing, it's my favorite.
I'm having problems, today has been a bad day. My father's cremated, I smoked his ashes and threw him in an ashtray. My granny had a stroke and my sister's on dope. They got me reading all the suicidal notes that my sister wrote, but I must move on. I must forget about the past. Cause see, I'm stuck in this ghetto and I'm surrounded by broken glass. It's time to see you murder. My weapon's the object. I'm living as this killer. I cause more grief than the projects with my chrome in my hand. They don't figure I live too long. They tell me to live right when my society's living wrong. I'm sitting in therapy. I got problems I won't admit. My teacher's a sex fiend and my reverend's a hypocrite. I'm catching myself from falling. My record deal was stalling. I'm ooting on them things while my mother's calling. Ain't nothing worth living for but my family and the money. Born April the 2nd, so say the fun for the Easter Bunny. Robbery and murder, I don't think I'ma ever change. All these problems on my chest, it's got me going through a thing.
Listening to a song like going through a thing, I want to know what type of circumstances can create a song like that.
It was created because my brother and the other member brother, which is Ira Dorsey, they was best friends. Ira was in the boys camp. We knew each other and everything, but he was in the boys camp and all. Our 2 brothers and stuff, when Ira got ready to come home, Ira had never been in the studio. I had been in the studio with about 2 or 3 albums and everything. So once I heard ID, I automatically knew.
Bootleg, which is Ira Dorsey, he had never been to the studio. So when he's singing the Shoestring had that blew his mind. He was always one of the hottest niggas from our hood that was rapping, but he was just a nigga that moved on his own, and he used to hang with some other G niggas, you know what I'm saying?
It was hard to get him in the studio because he was just a rapper that was rapping. He wasn't never taking music serious or nothing like that.
Once their first album, What's on Your Mind, blew up, That blew up independently. It first just came out as they just put it out. This is what made me want to rap.
I'm going through a thing on TV and I'm tripping. We got to deal with Relativity. One thing about them, they already had Easy E over there, so all they had to do was just run us through Easy E markets. So when it came to gangsta rap, they just knew how to promote it. Scarface, my favorite rapper.
Okay.
Scarface, my favorite rapper. Yes, Ghetto Boys was, and WA, my two.
So once I seen them making the money off of the cassettes, you know me, I clicked in my brain. I'm like, shit, that's $5. $5. That's 25,000. I can get me a brick.
I'm going to focus mostly on the album, What's on My Mind, but we'll get into some other things.
At that time, we were supposed to do a deal with Syria Rones from Atlanta Records, but the leading dude of our group that our investor, his name was Matt Hinkle, called him Backstabber. He the one that paid the lawyers and everything. We had just done a seven album deal for 30. It was a $31 million deal, but it was for 7 years, and they indicted him.
The members are Bootleg, Shoestring, and Backstabba. And since we're talking about repeating phrases in songs, in hip hop in particular,
when we finally, to make a long story longer, when we get to where we going, it's empty. This looked like a peaceful little stove. Sitting right off on the corner. I say, okay, you can hear the birds chirping. That's how quiet it is. But the one thing, that's why I put it in the song 79 for Halstead. When we got out the car, I saw the big fire in the sky up on the chopper. I seen it.
I was blinded but reminded when we arrived. Saw the fire up in the sky. It blew my heart.
Now you ain't even got to be from Chicago to know that this ain't where you supposed to be. If you in all blue, you GDN, you ain't. But maybe this ain't where you should be. Right. So anyway, by the time we walk in the store, and this just how fast it happened, man. I'm no exaggeration, no nothing. When we walked in the store, it's me, my brother E Dirt, and my manager Bobby is in the car. Right. So boom, so now I'm noticing the traffic picking up at the door. So then when I look back at the door, man, it's like you can't even leave the store now. You know what I'm saying? It's just nothing but a sea of red at the door. Wow. The whole front, and you got to keep in mind, we don't know what's outside. All we can see is from the entrance of the store. So one guy walked in the store and he said, where y'all from? And I said, we from Flint, Michigan, man. Dayton family rap group out of Flint, Michigan. So he said, well, I'm going to tell you like this, man. I don't know. I don't really care where you're from, but you in Chicago and we gang bang in Chicago. So boom, he said, my partner E Dirt had his hat to the right. And Dog told him, he said, man, he told me, he said, tell your man to straighten his crown. He said, throw your fives. And it sounded like a concert. It sounded like, that's when I knew that we was in trouble. So Dog, so when he don't straighten his crown, Dog leave back out the store. He go out there and politic with them for a minute. The dude Red try to come in the store. The promoter dude, he out there with them. But he come back in the store, try to convince us to come out the store. Woo, woo, woo. We don't want to talk to Red no more because we already know Red, you part of this now, right? So y'all can come out the store, or we can come in the store and get you. So I looked at my guys. I said, let's go. And did nothing happen. It was quiet, man. You know, like when you in that one of them life and death situations, how everything slow down. That's how it was. It felt like it was slow motion. We was walking out the store. They snatched my brother chain, and then they just closed in like the Red Sea. And this here. They locked in on me and my brother because we was dressed in all blue. We had Dallas stuff on, all blue stuff on. So our what we had on was what they was locked into.
Chicago, I would say Atlanta, I would say Nashville, I would say Detroit. I would say Detroit, and I would say all of Michigan, and it just started traveling, man.
Let's go to FBI, which was released a year later.
This what led to the FBI album.
Yeah, FBI. That's what made us do it, because they didn't only get him, they indicted our whole clique. It was like 6, 7, 8, they indicted the whole Dayton clique, because the Dayton family wasn't just a rap group. The Dayton family had like 9 bird men, man. Actually, the whole group was locked up at that time. I was the only one left out. I produced that album by myself. But the thing was, I had always had Ira and my clique with me. So when they all got locked up, I really didn't know if I can even do it, man. I'm like, damn.
So now they got the money from Relativity. They Relativity waiting on their next album. So Shoestring always was the one back then that was, because Ira was always out bullshitting. So Shoestring would be out, he would always be the one that would come up with the beats. Then he'll go in there and drop his verse. This most of the time, 90% of the time I say that. He came up with all the beats and concepts, and then he'll go in there and drop his verse. So now all he got to do is go find wherever the fuck Ira bootleg partying at and force that nigga into the studio. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was they got with Shoestring to get with me to come and do the album. So I was going to the studio. It was a good opportunity for me because I was, like you said, I was always solo. I featured on, we did songs together, like you said, Going Way Out is me and Shoestring. I went to the studio and I was on every single song on FBI album, but it wasn't released yet. He went and snitched to Relativity and told them that, man, they doing it with another dude. He ain't the actual member, and bootleggers in jail, and they can't give you the Dayton Family album because the other original rapper is locked up. So when Relativity got that information, they were so powerful back then, I don't know what the hell they did, but all I know is, man, shit, Bootleg was out of jail and in the studio finishing that damn album up. I don't know who went and got a nigga out of prison. He wasn't just an account. This nigga was in prison.
Wow.
They went and got this nigga out of prison and took him to the studio, and he went to the studio and finished the whole album up. Then he went back to prison to serve the rest of his time.
But if we go to FBI, there is another song that uses some of that repetition called Ghetto.
I got no education, I'm working the ghetto job. I live on the ghetto street, so I run with the ghetto mob. They give me a ghetto check, $3, there's no respect, not enough to survive. So I break me a ghetto neck, I pop me a ghetto shot. Down on the ghetto block, front page of the newspaper, fiend dies over ghetto rock. I'm tired of the ghetto noise, ghetto girl, ghetto boys. Hand me a shotgun, cause them are ghetto toys. This ghetto mentality, I live in the ghetto town. Bang to the boogie boom, let's fight to our ghetto sound. They taught me the tricks and trades, I'm stuck in my ghetto ways. That's right, hypocrites, I said these are the ghetto days. I grew to a ghetto rock, I'm stopped by a ghetto cop. A young girl get pregnant cause she was brought up ghetto hot. I run with the ghetto game, I'm kicking the ghetto slang. They gave me a ghetto name, cause it's a ghetto thing.
Now I'm faced with the world, I'm like, dang, man, I'm faced with the world. I didn't even know if I can do it with them being locked up. And Relativity was on my back, and they was trying to get me to do a solo. Yeah. They wanted, at the FBI, they was on me trying to make me do a solo album.
They say I'm a ghetto crook, I'm kicking the ghetto game. Ghetto babies die, damn that's a ghetto shame. Back to the ghetto days, and back to the ghetto nights. Back to the ghetto lies, and back to the ghetto fights. Back to the ghetto ladies, and back to the ghetto men. Back to the ghetto churches, and back to the ghetto sins. Yes, it's a ghetto thing, hit with the ghetto swing. If you don't know why I say it, then ask Mr. Rodney King. Cause down in Los Angeles, the ghetto is scandalous. All cops and Uncle Toms, even they can't handle this. I go to a ghetto school, I'm keeping the ghetto cool. I pack me a ghetto too, gonna kill me a ghetto fool. I walk on the ghetto floor, I shop at a ghetto store. How can I pay more? I can't afford it, I'm ghetto poor. I sold me some ghetto cane, it messed up my ghetto vein. But I don't even know why, cause it's a ghetto thing.
Let's talk a little bit about Bootleg and his album Death Before Dishonesty. Now, throughout the years, I've always remembered this album, and I believe it came out in 1999.
The album, just saw the album back there. Tell me about the album. Who's on the album blazing with Bootleg?
We got the underdogs on this one. All the underdogs, right? We got Raz Cash, Los Angeles. M. Fatal, New York. Jake the Flake, Flint, Michigan. Mr. Big, Tommy Cliff, Flint, Michigan. Madam Dane, Flint, Michigan. We got, I love my people at home.
Right.
Flint, Michigan. Man,
one more time.
Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
So we doing, I got Breed, definitely.
Right. No doubt.
Gotta get love to Big Breed.
Ain't no future in your front. Me and A Breed here here to break them off something, I'm the B. Double O-T, L-E-G, F-L-I-T, soldier. Somebody should've told ya I crush them. Touching me, breathe, come to rush 'em. You wanna hit lyric? Listen up while we bust 'em. Sipping on the hand low, inhaling good. Now hold your breath. Fools can't fade it, already done made it. Top of the line, me and Ed breathe the dopest that you can find in the industry. Cause we be working with that chemistry, magically. Taking you to levels for gradually. Break them off from different angles and tangle systematically. Exhale, doing it automatically. Now y'all can ride to the Dayton family and Ed breathe, breaking them all worldwide. No front.
And this used to be my joint. Ain't no future in the front. What? So this is like the 99 version,
right?
With you and Bree.
It was necessary.
Absolutely.
Bree was the first rapper out of Flint, Michigan.
Right.
First one. So my man, you know how many cars I used to have them people get me, and I'd crash them and swerve in the trees on Bree. And man, I had a lot of help, man, working with it. It just wasn't all me.
Is there anybody you didn't get to work with, or people you would like to work with in the future that you would just love to do a record with, that you just feeling like that?
I would have to dig them up, man.
Oh, really?
I have to dig them up. Really? I have to go into the cemetery and actually get them boys. Right. The ones I want to work with that's killing me.
I hear you.
But right now, man, I love to do something with Juvenile. I love to do something with P-Nim Camp. I love to do something with J Hope. Right now, the ex-boy. Yeah. It's a lot of people, man. I'm like on listening to people. I listen to everybody, man.
If I was riding through Flint, Michigan, riding shotgun with bootleg, what would we be bumping in bootlegs riding right now?
Bootleg. I think certain people in the game be handed it to them too easily. It seems like they don't got to put no effort in to get in the trenches and grind to get there, you know. You know how long I've been waiting to sit in this chair next to you and talk to you and do an interview with you.
Alright.
You hear me?
So go get the album. Tell them about the album.
Death Before Dishonesty. 16 tracks or something you can do this to. All day. It's right here.
Where can they go get it?
Anywhere you stop. You can stop anywhere and get it. Just, if they sell tapes, they sell mine.
I would say that Bootleg is probably the most popular member from the Dayton family, but my favorite has to be Shoestring.
And Relativity was on my back, and they was trying to get me to do a solo. They wanted, at the FBI, they was on me trying to make me do a solo album.
Twist up and roll, cause I'm rolling with my homies with man. Please don't forget me, I wouldn't change up if they gave you fit damn. I know that meal, keeping it real, and I feel like busting. Another level comes the devil, so I'm out here hustling. Nothing comes easy, life is lazy, it can take you over. No time for poking, got me walking like a dope named Rover. Steady taking chances, circumstances looking slim and dim. Just reminiscing, cause you're missing, so I cock my rim. Bootleg is dreaded, you can bet it, and he's still ballin'. Ain't nothing falling, but you busters when my doors callin'. We started shorties, drinking 40s, I'm just riding blazing. Stress I'm releasing, that's the reason for this green I'm tasting. We crossed the roads of separation, that's just in their mind. Them boys off they just up and disappeared and left them blind. He served his 10 in the pen, on the stories told. Hey, Matthew Hico hits a single, twist up and roll.
On our first song we ever recorded, which was Dope Day Now, that was a block that we grew up on and we hustled on.
Before we get into some of their music,
local hip-hop group The Dayton Family was in the city of Flint today giving back to their hometown. They were joined by another hip-hop group, Brothers of the Struggle, as they passed out cases of water to the community. They set up outside of Mona's Cocktail Lounge on North Saginaw Street for 2 hours this afternoon.
So the brothers that came from, you know, supporting communities, Detroit and Lansing. You know, the Brothers of the Struggle stick together, and we just out here trying to, you know, provide Flint with some clean water, man. Just show our support for the town, our love and genuine support.
The Dayton Family has been in the music biz since 1993.
Yeah. Shoestring is back in this motherfucker once again. Me and Jake the Flake teamed up in this bitch. Fuck all you niggas. Jake, tell them hoes something. You motherfucking vice cops, all you bitches, prepare for the killing. Coming down on all you hoes. It's gonna be a serious manslaughter in this bitch. Fuck you. A nigga with a motherfucking plate. Not a plate, my head, I mean a plate full of flake. The new head bitches on my dick for the pack. I gave that bitch a point and now I'm hitting it from the back. I'm going way out and then I'm going through a thing. Your girl was drug free but now that bitch is shooting cane. Strung out on that blow, that funky pussy hoe.
was jacking niggas way back in the first grade. So how the fuck you think that he gon' do what another nigga do? What was meant for me was never ever meant for you. Now it's time for payback, nigga, with that whack jacket made a fuck move, and now it's time to get that head cracked. Roll took him past the G, bitches shouldn't have fucked with me to blow a nigga's brains out. Ain't shit to me, crazy than a mother, suicidal like a bungee jump, hunting niggas down another hoods with my pump. Killing niggas off for something I really shouldn't have started. I'd open up the pack and hit the flake and then I fought it. Walking through my hood, I see some bitches outside dancing. Visions in my head was killing bitch like Charles Manson. Killed so many niggas, need to be waiting down on death row. Got me in the county on suspicion, fiending for a blow. Caught me in the fiend rot, said I did some homicides. I was home alone with my girl, that was my alibi. I'm a real nigga, ain't no time for acting phony. And plus, I do my dirt all by my lonely. Will they hear me up and lock me down and some I doubt? A nigga from the app with attitude, I'm going way out. From the average going way out, way out. Niggas from the average going way out, way out. Niggas from the average going way out, way out. Niggas from the average going way out. Niggas from the average going way out, way out. Niggas from the average going way out, way out. Niggas from the average going way out, way out. Niggas from the average going way out.
Let's get riches, man, fuck the bitches, they just like their mother. You a lover, but undercover, that's the bitch's brother. You ain't know it, so she ain't show it, she just caught you looking. Smoke some blunts, about 6 months, show was off and boogie. This for my motherfucking juggalo, love you like a brother, bro. The family is the shit, and when I see you, we gon' smoke some drugs. Y'all niggas know not to fuck with us. Y'all niggas know not to fuck with us. Y'all niggas know not to fuck with us. Y'all niggas.
Straight out the back of a crack house on dope Dayton Avenue is the hardest shit in the game. The Dayton family. Shoestring, bootleg, and backstabba bring you the brand new psychopathic Hatchet House EP entitled Psycho, featuring the insane hot single Cocaine.
Sometimes I wanna go where everybody sells cocaine. Them bitches selling coke, and the bitches don't be gay. Them bitches smoking dope. I wanna go and you get smoke for free. And niggas get drunk in the same. So drunk. I wanna go where everybody sells cocaine.
The Psycho EP is dropping February 1st and will only be available on hatchetgear.com and at Dayton Family Concerts, not in stores. Also, look for their new album coming soon, TDF. Keep it on blast and let it turn you psycho.